This video was sponsored by Enhance, Elbilmek, a better road planner, Kempower and bilkomponenter.
Yo, what's up? Today we're gonna test Audi Q6 e-tron Sportback. This is the car to go for, not the regular Q6, the boxy Q6. This is the sexy Audi, and it's white. And I'm gonna find out. So the Q6 I tested before last year. How is the efficiency on the boxy Q6 versus the Sportback? The Sportback should be more efficient, right? However, we have 21-inch wheel now versus 20-inch we tested last time. So, okay, whatever. We're gonna try to see anyway how it is. So let me show you the exterior. Okay, the front here looks more like a regular Q6, but then when you go to the side and the back, it's like ooh. But then how much space did we sacrifice? I also need to find out in the banana box test. You see, actually the back here, wait, kind of resembles an X-Bang. Huh? Kind of. Q6, maybe? Maybe the Germans start copying the Chinese now. Well, okay, so, well, yeah, so this sloping back end here should be more aerodynamic or make the car more aerodynamic. We still have okay sized trunk, right? Yeah. And then also I can show in the back, what are you sacrificing? Well, headroom. You know, we are thinking about taking a family trip to Lilleputthammer, and then instead of taking the new EL8, which you guys are probably very bored of, we can do it with this car for once. I feel like it's a lot more cramped compared to this very spacious EL8. But how will car seat fit in the back here with someone in the front? Yeah, normally when I shoot video alone, I push this. What are you beeping all about? You're not a Chinese car? Shit. I slide that the passenger seat all the way in the back. It doesn't have that much space, right? Wait, do we have more leg room in the cheaper Volkswagen ID7? But this is then when I sit here in the front, so it's still plenty of space in that regard, right? Maybe it's just that the seat can be slid very far back. But yeah, here we have it. The interior looks more or less like a regular Q6. Stop beeping at me, dude. Vehicle key not detected. Yeah, okay. But, okay, whatever. So we will just drive the regular route. What is it? Oh, no, okay. I forgot, I had to click here first. Oh yeah, nice to be back in a German car. Wait, why is it so choppy? It's not that smooth. Unlike the Chinese cars. Okay, whatever. So I'll drive here to the turnaround point. Let me see. Yeah, strategy. Oh, I found it. Nice. I'll drive here. Okay. Oh, look at that. We have, let me see, 94% battery. We will arrive with 88%. Great. There. We take that loop first, and then we check the consumption. But I need to reset some stuff also. And yeah, we have a car scanner here, but for Q6, we don't see that much status, battery status. We see battery power and stuff, but wait. Okay, ambient here, yeah. So fortunately, we can look here, and we can see the battery temperature here, 20 degrees Celsius, nice and warm, not over hot or not too cold. So that should give us good consumption. And then, yeah, we don't have to measure the battery capacity. We already know what it is. Okay, first off is the 120 test. Yeah, we check here, 120 GPS speed, 123 on the speedo. And then you see that when we're cruising at these speeds, it will only use the rear motor. It tries to save energy by disconnecting the front motor. Huh? Nice German engineering. And this Audi is equipped with acoustic glass. Yeah, it's nice and quiet here despite that we have 21-inch wheel. Just have to find out how efficient they are with these big wheels. But also the ride is great. Wait, do I hear that howling that I hear also in the regular Q6? Kind of, a little bit. But the ride, man, is awesome. Okay, I'm using efficiency mode now for best efficiency. I think it lowers the car a little bit. Let me check here. Yeah, it's actually the suspension is at the lowest, but still at the lowest suspension, it's still nice and comfy. But now I haven't driven the Q6 in a while, but from what I remember, I think this rides a bit sportier than the Q6. I like it. Okay, even though it's an SUV crossover, it still has that nice German feel. And also when I turn the wheel to turn or change lane, it
it becomes quite sharp, you know. Because okay, nowadays I'm used to maybe the Neo, but the EL8 that I'm driving now, like a daily driver, it's just a big executive car, right? But here it just feels so sharp, so responsive, right? When you just want to go somewhere. So yeah, awesome. And to make the test more realistic, I have to hug the left lane like a true Audi driver. Oh yeah. And how is Bjørn today? It seems like we have some tailwind, but not that much wind. Okay, that's good. So far, 233 watt-hour per kilometer. Okay, here we still have the Baustelle, and yeah, it goes slower, but it's not too far. But I have compensated by going a little bit faster on the rest of the stretch. So remember the ABC, always be compensating. See here, how we do the moose test. Oh, well done. Alright, consumption was 238 watt-hour per kilometer. Oh, that is higher than the regular Q6, but seems like the car underreports distance, so we haven't corrected for that yet. Okay, this time we cruise at 93 on the speedo, that's 90 GPS speed. And I want to drive over to Brumunddal, and then before there, we're gonna test the coasting, because this should be a heavy car, and if it's aerodynamic and has good efficiency in the drivetrain, maybe we can coast quite far. Well, let's see. And this car is equipped with a Bang & Olufsen sound system. How good is it? Well, let's try. And as usual, I have USB stick here with uncompressed wave file, CD quality, 44.1 kilohertz sample rate, 16-bit stereo. Wow. It sounds nice and crisp, high detail without being over crisp, and also nice deep bass. See, this is different than the regular Q6 because it's not as box in the back, so I wonder how it changes the acoustics here. But it sounds wonderful. Also here, wow, the treble, the level of detail, the crispiness is just incredible in the Bang & Olufsen. Danish quality, you know? Wow. What about the bass? Oh. It sounds so good. Yeah, nice deep bass without being boomy or anything. Baby, how's the weather tonight? I hear Arizona. And also it's just nice channel separation, so you get that roominess. Even though I switch off all the surround settings, everything, I also switch off the no, I thought I switched off the speakers. They're still on here. Okay. But all the effects and everything is off. It's just flat and pure as possible. And it still sounds awesome. Wow. It requires the Italian. Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, you just throw any genre at this stereo system and just reproduces it in a great way. Wow. It just makes music more enjoyable. Also linear bass. Don't hear any weird peaks anywhere. Okay, what about, let's try this, okay. Now, how good is this when you crank up the volume? Because some systems, when you go loud, it will clip, it will start distort. What about here? Okay, there might be distortion because of recording, but at least I'm gonna try this now. It's almost unreal. I couldn't hear any clipping and also no distortion. Incredible. Now let's listen to some the last song. Okay, last song. It's so nice. Listen to some Taylor Swift. Yeah, I know you haven't heard about this Taylor Swift song. It's new. It's brand new. I heard it there first, unreleased. Wow. Taylor's voice is so nice and pleasant, natural. And there's a bass filling in everything. Wow. This is some of the best sound systems I've heard. If I would give it points, I don't know, should we just say 10 out of 10, ferdig snakka? Or maybe it lacks that extra punch. Okay, it's not as good as the Kef reference, a 9.5 or 9.9 out of 10 then. And okay, I lied. It's not Taylor Swift, but at least it sounds like her. Okay, here's the downhill. See? Wait for it to regen, I guess. What? Huh? Okay, there. They put the car in neutral also, for maximum roll down. Okay, we have tailwind, so that's actually a slight advantage. Not sure how strong the tailwind is over here though. But okay, picking up speed. Well, I feel like it's not picking up speed that fast compared to some of the other cars. Well, will we hit 120 kilometers per hour? Okay. So why did Skoda Enyaq do it so well? Maybe because the MEB platform is more efficient than this. Don't remember what this platform is. This is the 800 volt architecture. Maybe the 800 volt has more resistance, so it doesn't roll that fast downhill. Or maybe it's the 5G that is messing up the drag coefficient. No, I don't know, but we're still rolling. Come on. Okay, there's a slight downhill here. Yeah, I mentioned the Skoda Enyaq because that was the best car tested. I think it was Skoda Enyaq Coupe, the old version. Maybe I should try the new Skoda Enyaq just to see if I can still reproduce that result, or if it was one of a time weird record. Well, I mean, we're still getting some speed here. Okay. I'm gonna change lane as late as possible to try to drag on this truck. True Audi drive would change lane 1 meter before the truck. Okay, well, it still rolled really well. Here, ooh, okay, it's better than the average, yeah. But from what I remember, the Skoda Enyaq managed to roll all the way here somewhere. Okay, still very good. Yes. Maybe these tires, they are quite sticky, and that's why it doesn't roll that well. Well, we're almost done with the test, and so far we have 172 watt-hour per kilometer. But this happened a while ago. If you try to press this button here for lane assist, then we get an error. What? Huh? It's not working. It hasn't been working for a long time. I don't know what's wrong. Seems like the auto is kaput. Result from the 90 test, 172 watt-hour per kilometer, but the reported distance is 165.7 and it's supposed to be 168. So this car underreported distance by 1.4%. So that means that the correct consumption here is actually 170 watt-hour per kilometer. You see, I haven't preheated the battery and I think it's 23 degrees Celsius at 50%. You know, this car can take 280 kilowatt, but how many kilowatt do we get now if you plug in? All right, let's see. Ioniq 350 kilowatt, 800 volt charger should give you maximum speed on this AC, like this Q6. Let me see, handshake. Okay, it's still in progress. Wow, this screen is almost unreadable. Let's check inside instead. 130 kilowatt, but it seems like it's heating on the battery. It's now 23 degrees. Okay, 45 minutes to 100%. Well, I'll go to the restroom and then come back in 5 minutes and see how it goes in. Well, after 10 minutes of charging, we are down to 109 kilowatt because we are at 70%, actually 71. So yeah, ideally we need to start from 10%, not from 50%, but the charger is really fast, battery heating up now. Also nice that we see the battery temperature. So now we have to go weigh the car because the other scale is kaput, or CA, and needs calibration. But great news, we have adaptive cruise control and lane assist again. You see here, those two arrows there. And you can also see it in the head-up display. There, those two arrows indicate that we have lane assist. Alles gut. All right, front axle. 1,240 kilograms. The whole car. 2,560. Ah, so it's 40 kilograms lighter than the boxy Q6. I thought the reason to buy this car then, more efficient, lighter, more nimble. So the test today shows that this Sportback is more efficient than the boxy Q6, even though the boxy car had smaller wheels, 20-inch versus 21 here. And then, well, okay, how do you explain the 120 test? Well, I think it's because the temperature was lower. It was 17 degrees versus 21, so it affects these kind of boxy, I mean, crossovers more than, for example, sedans, right? So yeah, it means that for 1,000 kilometer challenge, this Q6 Sportback should be even faster than the boxy Q6. We'll find out eventually, but then other than that, I feel like this Q6, well, the Sportback is more or less the same as the regular Q6, you know, in terms of seats, interior, sound system, soundproofing. I'll test that eventually. But of course, we have less space in the back. But for us, we have small kids and they still sit in car seat, then actually space there doesn't matter. Yeah, unless they cut down on the leg room. I haven't checked that. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.